They're not gonna be like, well, it's gonna be drama in the streets. Niggas all probably think or feel that we had something to do with it. So now it's time to lay low. Shit, man, them niggas gonna be on the block the next day and braggadocious about it.
Shooting videos and everything. And you know, it's sad, man. The young man got killed on his birthday, man. I feel for his parents. You know, his mama talking about shooting a documentary now, but on the opposite side, you got his enemies out there making videos and stuff. I don't know, man. It's just gotta be. I'm glad I didn't have kids during this era, dog. It would have been hard, bro. And
But Julio made that video at his brother's gravesite.
Yeah,
is he really that in the wrong for doing that?
Because you know what you sound like now. You sound like a nigga just on a podcast.
I'm saying.
The people can't hear you.
Objective point of view.
Yeah, you know what? The
is
thing
he that
is,
in the wrong?
He dissed his dead brother, but
did a video at his funeral.
At some point though, you have to and it's easy to say it and done, man. You gotta practice some exercise, some maturity. Like we gotta get a little bit more mature as a people, man, especially this young generation scare me. Not to be out here sounding like the old nigga dog in the room, but these little niggas is off the hook, dog.
Yeah, that's why it's a different time as far as, like I said, with the representation of wanting to, I guess, you know, be what you say as far as in your raps or what you rhyming about. Because dudes, they're not making songs. They're just making death threats on records, if you want to, you know. Mm-hmm. And hip hop, like I said, it shines a bad light on hip hop because this isn't what it's intended for. You know, it's just like you know, with the podcast game. You get me? Mm-hmm. There's some podcasts where, you know, motherfuckers have, you know, loyal fans and straight to the point, no shit and whatever. And then a lot of shows be niggas who are starting their own platforms or whatever because they want to get their feelings off their chest.
Yeah. Can I say something about podcasting real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I cut you off. This is from me to you. The internet is fucking full right now. We don't need no more podcasts. Every time I turn around, man, it's a motherfucker coming up with a damn podcast. Mm-hmm. I don't know what niggas think. Stop listening to these niggas telling y'all that they don't got $30 and $40 million on these deals. That shit ain't happening like that. There's no way for a company to make the money back. Now, there's some brothers out there getting some money, but that's not the money that they say they getting, dog. I've been doing this shit for a long time. And I wish, like, and don't take this as me being a hater or nothing, dog. Yeah. But every time I turn around, it's a nigga coming out with a podcast. I'm like, okay, now what the hell is this dude gonna talk about?
A lot of times, they've become niggas' own personal rant pages, is what they've become. I mean, because let's face it, it takes some skill to be able to communicate and intrigue the public with conversations and content that's really, you know, necessary. Mm-hmm. A lot of times these podcasts are dudes who want to take their personal rants out on motherfuckers they oppose. You get me?
Or either diss motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you what it turned into, man. You know what YouTube is now? YouTube is the new, what was that shit that motherfuckers got? General Relief? GR? Mm-hmm. YouTube is the new fucking GR for lazy ass niggas who don't want to go get a fucking job. Cause they figure, man, if I can go out there and diss niggas, especially these old niggas, right? You know, it ain't just them, it's the young, you know, younger dudes doing they shit. They doing the streaming shit, right?
Right.
But I look and see the older dudes, they out there trying to diss cats now. They think that's the way. They don't want to do no research. They don't want to come up with nothing to talk about. So they figure, well, man, you know what? Oh, these cats doing all right over here. We go dish them niggas and make them go back and forth with us. It's retarded now, man.
And that kind of started, you know, with the rap shit. You know, when niggas started rapping and feeling like well, I'm just gonna jump in the rap game just by dissing a motherfucker.
And I'm a dissing motherfucker.
And that's gonna get me. That's gonna get a motherfucker. I asked the question this when back in the day. It was about 10 years ago or whatever. So nigga asked me to get on a record with him, and I'm asking the nigga like, okay, send me the beat, what the concept about, blah blah blah. And he comes back and goes, well, I don't know. I'm just gonna diss a motherfucker. And this was, you know, somebody who was making noise at the time, and you know, popularity was getting up there. And so I questioned the motherfucker, and I'm like, oh, did y'all have some problems or issues or something? And the nigga said, no, I don't even know the nigga. But I think that if I diss him, it's a way for me to get exposed fast. And I turned the song down and I said, dude, that's not how you come into the game. Like,
no, make a good fucking song.
But I think with the popularity of bullshit and mess, got so popular that it changed the course of the game to, oh, fuck that. I'm not finna go try to create a great song and, you know, get fans on just being humble and able to really produce good music. I'm gonna come into this shit on some fuck this motherfucker so people can go, oh, who is this? You know, it's instant. Like I said, they like instant gratification today. So that's what that is.
Yeah, it is. We in this world of entitlement right now, though, man, because I notice it with everybody. Everyone thinks that they are supposed to get something. Ain't nobody supposed to go out and earn nothing. Ain't nobody supposed to go out to work. But just because you got it, guess what? You supposed to give it to them, mate. You made it. You got a record deal, right? How come I'm not on? Oh, you got a podcast. You got the plug with the podcast, but you ain't trying to plug me up. Don't nobody owe nobody nothing, dog. I don't never look at no motherfucker like they owe me shit, dog. Just because I know a motherfucker. Just because I know somebody, they supposed to give it to me. And I'm even noticing it now. I asked a question today, man, and you know what? This ain't got nothing to do with my personal business or nothing. But I thought about it because, you know, I hear my sons talking about getting married one day and all this and all that, right? But I really thought about it, bro. And I said, you know what? Is it really worth it for a motherfucker to go out and get married? Because women think a motherfucker owe them something. You think about this, bro. The average motherfucker in this country make about 65 grand, I think, right? That's the average man in this country make about $65,000, right? But a woman to pass up the dude to make $75,000, the dude to make $80,000, looking for a dude to make millions of dollars. It ain't that many of them. There's only a few people in the country like that when you think about that, right?
Right.
And the more money a person makes, he's gonna have a certain type of woman on his team. If a successful man is not gonna get no bum ass broad that just sit up on her ass all day and marry her. You feel what I'm saying? So you got all these women out here chasing the $1 million man. They passing up to 75. They won't settle for them. And that's usually the dude that's the police officer, the dude that's a mailman, the dude that might be head of a janitorial in the hospital or something like that. You know, dudes that make out a good job, right?
Right.
Might work for the city, whatever. Everybody will bypass them motherfuckers, right? They ain't shit. Just to go to the top. Like they really got something to offer that motherfucker at the top. We in the land of entitlement now, dog. It's real fucked up out here right now.
Well, you know, I've always said, you know, being normal doesn't suit well with the times of today, and especially with a female. I don't know, the entitlement thing. You know, females want to be. Females, you know, certain females want to be in a position of, like you said, entitlement to where I feel like, you know, you got to make a certain amount of money. You got to live a certain class of life. You got to drive a certain type of vehicle, live in a certain zip code. And it's, I guess, is great to want certain shit, but I guess is pressed to the point of where if you're not in a certain position, I guess you're made to feel you're unworthy.
Yeah, dog, it's fucked up because you know what, man? I'm glad I got a good woman in my life, and ain't no buts about her. This ain't about her, right? I look at it, man, right now. A man has to start really being selective about who they fuck with, right?
Right.
Because some women, I think some women are of the mentality is that they might have just settled fucking with you. You feel what I mean? If you got a woman at home, dudes out there, ask your woman next time, ask her tonight if you listen to this podcast, or this morning, whenever you listen to it, ask her, baby, why are you with me? Do you wish I could be somebody else? I guarantee you half them bitches is lying, dog. Every woman thinks that they worthy of, I don't care how ugly their ass is, I don't care how big they is or how little they is. They think in their mind, I deserve to be with a motherfucker making $15, $20 million a year. Why am I with this motherfucker? He can't go get me this, he can't go get me that. And again, entitlement, right? Everybody feel like they deserve some shit.
Well, like I said, people feeling like, I don't know, I guess you would have to have somebody who's strong-minded and who basically has probably been with you for a while and has gone through situations as far as struggles and what is looked upon right now is probably like, hey, everything is great, so I don't know if it's trying to say you cheapening yourself by like when motherfuckers say I couldn't want anything more, you get me? But those are people who are settled with themselves, you feel me?
Well, you think about what the average woman tell her daughter nowadays, right? And I don't know, every woman is not the same.
No.
Women are not a monolith. They not all just the fucking same, right? But it's just this mentality, and not just with the women. Let me get off of them for a minute. With the men too. Everybody you meet, more than half, when you meet a new person, they are trying to get in with you because they feel like you can change their life somehow. Think about it, bro. Hey, take my CD. Oh, hey, got my CD. He's gonna change my life. Or still talking about he will help me with this podcast. My whole life is about to change.
I mean, let's not, overshadow the fact that there are some talented motherfuckers out here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there are situations where people don't understand that, not everybody can be that. Like you said, people look to you probably like, oh, this nigga can help me start a podcast. And outside looking in, it's always more than what's expected because people don't understand reality when they on the outside looking in. I come from a time when motherfucker, just because you had a video and a record out, you was a millionaire. You get me?
Yeah.
Situations where, oh nigga, you got money in offshore accounts and shit like that because there's no way that you making records or you on a video or, oh nigga, you was in that movie and shit.
Hey, you was sitting on 100,000. You was sitting on $30 million.
Yeah, you a nigga. I got nigga. My money is offshore accounts and I got it hidden overseas.
You got $30 million. Hey, you ain't helped none of the homies up.
People don't understand. Like myself, I didn't understand contracts, but people don't understand the ins and outs. They just look from the outside and maybe see you got a new pair of shoes on or so and so, and you considered the richest motherfucker. I think the reality of today, though, because it's been a lot exposed in this game of hip hop and a lot of shit of what you do, that everything is not what it seems.
Oh, no.
But unfortunately, there are some people who still feel like I can be what he is. or I'm just as good as he is, or I write better, or my content is better, or, you know, because that's the thing today. You get me? Everything is content shit. Everything is content shit. So that's the name of the game today. But like I said, there's some people who can accept the fact that I could be normal. You get me? I can get up and go work a normal job and not feel like I'm inadequate or I'm less of a motherfucker because shit, my neighbor or one of my friends is making records or movies or so and so, and then I got to get up every morning at 5 o'clock and put on my clothes and go punch a clock.